Hello and welcome to the Rob Burgess Show. I'm of course your host, Rob Burgess. On this, our 286th episode, a returning guest is Ash Burgess. She has been a guest on dozens of previous episodes. For a complete list, check the show notes. Ash Burgess has a dusty degree in religious studies and an appetite for both high and low culture. She strives to celebrate the best of every season with her young children. Follow her on Instagram and subscribe to her YouTube channel. And now, on to the show. Welcome to the Rob Burgess Show, Ash Burgess.
Yes!
Yes!
I'm
Once
here.
again, you're here.
Somehow I made it.
Somehow.
Somehow you found me and convinced me to do this again.
Guests of the Rob Burgess Show stay at the luxurious
The luxurious Rob Burgess's house.
and sitting in bed. But
Yes, I mean, I guess that is an advantage I have. I'm the only one of your guests that gets to, like, be in bed simultaneously.
I do not share a bed with any other guests.
I mean, who knows? Some other people
Jonathan
could be
and I have never...
Some other guests could be, like, in a bed while you're talking to them and you wouldn't know.
Unless, if they don't have video, I would never know.
If they don't tell you where they are.
Sure.
You know.
Just audio, who knows where that could be happening.
It's a little different, though, when you're having a conversation and you're both in bed. I feel like
True.
that adds sort of a layer of personal...
Intimacy.
Yes.
But anyway, we are here for our annual. This has got to be like what, the 8th annual or something?
Have we done 8 of these? We've done at least 5. Maybe more.
Between 5 and 8.
I haven't
I'll
counted.
look it up.
Have we done one every year?
I don't think we've missed a year.
Okay, then
Always
how many
do.
years have you been going?
Almost 10.
Alright, so it probably is like
8 or 9, yeah. Whenever we started it, I feel like we started it pretty early.
I need to go back in time and listen to some of the earlier ones. I feel like
I'm gonna go back and find which episodes those were.
we were at maybe a very different point in our lives.
I mean, I think we started this.
Was this before we had kids?
No, we had Captain.
But we had like one
We
toddler.
did
That's
not
very
have
different.
Emerald.
That's super. Having one toddler is super different than having like.
Yeah, I started this podcast when Cap was 2.
Okay, yeah.
Or no, he was actually 1. He hadn't turned 2 yet.
And was he about the size that Kingsley is now?
No, smaller. Like a year and 8 months.
Okay.
But anyway, the annual Splendors of Autumn podcast. We are officially right dead smack in the middle of autumn. It is now after daylight savings time or savings.
Yes,
time.
we're still in the recovering period. I think we've only been into this for a couple days now.
Yeah. Well, I was on Pacific time for like almost a week, and then I came back, and then daylight savings time happened like as soon as I got back, and I don't even know what time it is anymore.
Very disorienting.
I feel like it got so late. It's not even that late right now.
The thing is that
Like,
I do like it in the morning.
The morning's the only advantage.
Like when I actually, because my body just doesn't want to wake up when there's not any sunlight.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's been so much easier to wake up. Like when I normally try to wake up at about 7 to 7:30 every day. And there were a couple days before daylight savings where that was feeling really difficult because it was like really dark.
Yes.
So that I do like. But yes, on this other end of it, I keep being disoriented and thinking that it must be like really late. Like every time I'm cooking dinner and it gets like pitch black outside, I start to think like, oh no, how did it get so late? Our whole schedule is like thrown off and dinner's going to be late and the kids are going to be up late. And then I realize that it's actually just really dark.
Yes. But we just got done having our Halloween.
Yes, I think Halloween was really good this year.
We finally had somewhat of a group costume.
Yes, I mean we had
Not
3
every-
of the
not every-
kids
not
were
everybody.
coordinated. We had 3 out of the 4 kids were coordinated.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad. I mean, and I think it's better that we let them be what they wanted than if we had forced somebody to join the group and then,
Yes.
you know, they wouldn't have had a good time. So, I mean, we had a Spider-Man, which did look very cool.
Yes.
And then we had, really the rest of the group was built upon the little girls want it to be Wednesday and Enid.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because they've, not obviously, but like, obviously to me, but like I'm sure some other people are watching it with their kids right now, but our kids have never seen that show.
No.
Although it is funny, we actually did think about giving Emerald the middle name Wednesday. That was, of course, predating the current Wednesday show, and not only after Wednesday Addams, although that was part of the inspiration, and we ended up going in another direction. But still, I've always liked Wednesday, and I'm a huge fan of the show, and so the girls want it to be Wednesday and Enid, and we have shown them clips, like we showed them the clip of Wednesday doing the dance at like the big like school dance that they go to at the end of the first season.
Yeah.
And it worked so well for their personalities though, because Emerald is like naturally just dark and mysterious and kind of sassy, and Lilac is bright and bubbly and like just like a little bit like insane in the best way.
Yes.
And so I think it kind of worked really well for like, you know, just looks wise, Emerald works well for Wednesday, and then for Enid, I mean Lilac's a redhead, but still she has that colorful kind of vibe that worked well, you know.
Also, did you see when we ran into the other Addams Family group?
Yes. That was fun.
Yeah.
Although I do think our costumes were better.
Oh, much better.
I mean, we kind of made our own costumes for the most part. Whereas the other family, I think they just bought their costumes, which their costumes were probably more elaborate in a way, but ours, I think, felt more like realistic, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Well, because my general thing with Halloween costumes, unless it's something like Spider-Man, where it's just like, just buy the Spider-Man costume and be done with it. What I usually like to do is to not spend too much money, and I like when there's something where we can use pieces that we already have, and then just add a few key components. So like for the girls, they already both had dresses that would work. Like Emerald had a dress that worked for Wednesday, and Lilac had a dress that, you know, worked for Enid. That I think one of them was something that one had gotten for Christmas one year, like last year, and then one was like an Easter dress from a couple years ago. But anyway, so we already had the dresses. All we really had to do was get the hand for Emerald and, you know, style her hair. And then for Lilac, we got the, well, that ended up actually being a lot of work for me because we got like the colorful hair, but it came on those little claw clips, and so I cut it off and like hot glued it onto little snap clips. But anyway, so we had just like snapped some hair in, and then we painted their nails, and that was pretty much it for them. And they looked great.
Yeah. Oh, they worked really well.
And then Kingsley was Pugsley because, I mean, he was just kind of agreeable. I did feel a little bit bad for him though, because with his coat on, you really couldn't see that he had a costume at all.
No.
It was like a little bit sad. Like, I feel like next year we should have him be something like super cute and like conspicuous, like a dinosaur or something.
Yeah.
He would really enjoy that.
Or Frankenstein.
Or Frankenstein, yes. That was something I didn't see coming.
His love of Frankenstein.
Yes, because, well, somebody in our neighborhood had a big inflatable, one of those big, what are those called?
I don't even
Are
know.
they just called inflatables?
I think so. Yard
Decoration. I think people know what we're talking about.
Blow up. Need a fan constantly running.
Yes, someone had a really large Frankenstein, and this was the second or third year they've had that. Well, the second year. We haven't been here for 3 years. But he just really noticed it this year in advance of Halloween and was very excited about it because we would walk by it in kind of one of the normal routes that we take to like walk around the neighborhood. And he was so excited about it. And then something tragic happened. There was a series of storms right before Halloween, and I don't know if Frankenstein got damaged or what, but he was like taken away and never came back. And he kept looking for him when we would go on our walks, and he was really, really upset. Fortunately, we did see a couple other somewhat lesser, but still very good, blow-up Frankensteins closer to Halloween in other parts of the neighborhood. So he felt a little bit better, like he saw a green one that he liked, and there was another kind of dangling one.
Didn't compare to the original.
No.
The other one was just so big. And...
Yeah, the other ones were sort of smaller, but like at least there was something because he really was very attached to it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy waiting to see how the people who have the giant skeleton across the corner from us were going to decorate. Because, you know, they have one of those giant skeletons that they keep out all year long and they decorate it for every holiday. Like I think it had a backpack for back to school and maybe what did it have for Easter?
I think it had an Easter basket and I think maybe some ears or something.
And like there've been various things
they
put
had a
on
flag for 4th of July, maybe, I don't know.
But then for Halloween, they got it, like, I guess, like an extra large t-shirt that says, like, this is my Halloween costume.
Yes.
And then they had it holding a Halloween bucket, too, which I thought was kind of cute.
Yes.
But had we ever seen those even larger skeletons before?
The ones that are, like, coming out of the ground?
Yes. This was the first time I noticed those. We were driving maybe a week before Halloween.
From another year.
And then we saw 2 of them in the same day, right?
Yeah.
Just extremely large
Mark's
skeletons.
neighbor had one.
They're so big that, like, there's no body. It's just, like, from the upper torso up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're massive.
Yeah.
I think it's, like, because those large skeletons were so popular, it's like, what more could people have?
Sure.
An even larger skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
I almost don't even know how do you get something like that to your house. Does it come in pieces? But even the pieces would be too big to fit in our car.
And then there's, like, the scaffolding behind it that holds it up. And, like,
do you have to have it delivered by, like, a special extra large van? Like, I have so many questions.
I've never investigated the logistics of purchasing a 12-foot skeleton, but yeah.
No.
I mean, I feel like you almost have to make it your, like, yard personality because, like, where are you gonna put that thing? Like,
I mean, I don't even think there would be enough room to store that. Yeah.
Maybe, or I don't know.
Maybe if it would even fit, like,
Yeah.
lengthwise,
I don't
unless
know.
you could maybe.
Could you break it down somehow? I don't know.
It seems like a lot.
And then you don't want to damage it. Because, I mean, I'm sure it's, like, expensive, too.
Yeah, I think it's easier just to leave it once you put it there, but it's also like, is this what you want to see all the time?
It's fine for the people, like, in the block, because it's,
no,
like,
that's
I
the
only
things that I
see it
actually enjoy.
It's kind of like a landmark. I think
Yeah.
about it, I'm like, to get home, turn left at the giant skeleton.
Exactly, like, I enjoy that someone else is having that, but I wouldn't want it for myself.
No. Mm-hmm.
But I did feel that there were less houses that seemed like they were accepting trick-or-treaters this year.
Yeah, fewer lights on for sure.
It was odd, though, because last year I remember feeling like it was just like our neighborhood was like popping off. Like, it was
a madhouse.
So many people, like, just like the streets were packed and like almost every house seemed like it was going.
Yeah.
This year there were like whole sections of houses where like almost a whole side of the street looked like nothing was happening.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was.
I know it was colder, but that can't totally account for it.
No.
It's just the vibe was off.
Yeah, it was weird.
I mean, some people were still going hard. Like, there were definitely people that were still set up kind of tailgating style, which I always enjoy. And there were some people shooting off fireworks at the end of the night and stuff like that. So it's not like no one was doing anything. I just definitely noticed a little bit less.
There was a drop off for sure.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe next year we'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure if the weather improves or just, I don't know, it could be like just people's moods right now and like, you know, so many different factors that could be going into it.
Sure.
Well, also, there was that thing I was telling you about that I saw somebody speculating on that I did think of that as one of the possible causes for like people not doing less.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just the fatigue of like having so many pre-Halloween events.
Mm-hmm.
And so many, like, pre-Halloween candy events. Like, there are so many trunk-or-treats.
Yes.
And if your kids are in, like, the right/wrong set of activities, you could end up getting, you know, having to go to multiple trunk-or-treats more than you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
And so then by the time actual Halloween comes, you're kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, if you have to do, like, a trunk-or-treat for your school and then also maybe one specifically to, like, your dance studio and then there's another one for, like, your church or something, it's like, that's a lot of events.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are themed, so you have to have specific costumes for them, and then your family might not want those costumes for other things, so you might have to have multiple costumes. So I can see how that could fatigue people. Also, just with managing that much candy for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were talking about how hard it is to manage the Halloween candy just from our one trick-or-treating that we went on.
Yeah, right. I know, exactly.
Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on, like, managing the candy? Because it's a lot.
I don't know. It's just so much candy at once. We don't eat candy like... I mean, we do a little bit, like Easter. And
we're not overly restrictive, I don't think, but we definitely don't buy, like, we don't buy candy normally just to, like, we don't ever buy candy just to, like, have, really.
No, we don't have, like, a candy dish in our house or anything. Just
and we don't let the kids buy candy. Like, if we take them to the store, we don't let them buy, like, a candy bar or something.
Doesn't stop them from asking every single time.
Like, I think we get them other sweets. Like, we take them out for ice cream sometimes, or we buy them, like, you know, pancakes or breakfast spreads or things like that. So it's not like we don't buy them sweets, but we're just not, like, we don't usually have candy around.
No, candy is just, like, intentional, like, sugar. Like, all you're doing is sugar.
But the thing is that it's so important to try to develop, like, a healthy relationship for them with food, and part of that is not making the candy seem like forbidden or like bad, because we don't want them to have shame about wanting to eat the candy, and we don't want the candy to seem like more exciting because they're not allowed to ever have any candy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just because we don't usually let them have candy, I feel like their behavior is so impacted by it.
Yeah, it's so noticeable. Yeah, it's like it's so bad that it like makes me want to like not just put it all away. Like, I'm done. Like, I know you said we're gonna taper off, but like.
Yeah, well, I mean, we let them have when we came home from trick or treating.
Yes.
But in the window of time between coming home and going to bed, we just kind of let them eat whatever they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to encourage them to see it as, this is not like a try to pack in as much as you can at once. This is more just like, the candy will still be here tomorrow, but I'm also not saying no. You know, I tried to like not make it where they were like intentionally like eating as much as possible, but they still definitely ate more than would be advised.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, I think we let them have the candy bags out for a while and just kind of like eat, and then we put them away. And then over the next couple of days, a couple of times they've asked, you know, and we've said, okay, you can pick 2 pieces of candy with dinner or something like that. But yeah, I'm ready to just like, we probably have to bring it back out again maybe once this week or something, but
yeah.
Just so it's not like just a hard disappearance. Like, I think they'll notice if we just like never again. If we say no for a couple days and then say yes, and then say no, and then just kind of hope that they forget about it. You know?
Just turn the Christmas music up really loud.
Exactly. Because yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Especially because I really don't think that Kingsley should eat very much candy. But he's too big for us to say no when everybody else is having some.
Yes.
But he's small enough that it hits him the hardest.
It does. Although he does ask for donuts pretty frequently.
He loves donuts more than anybody that I've ever, like, as far as people that I've like lived in close association with, he's like loves donuts more than anybody else, I think.
Yes.
Is he also like, or not also, but always, hopefully asks if we can have donuts, like almost every time we get in the car.
Yes.
And it's not as if we usually are driving to the donut store. Like, I feel like we've gotten him donuts 3 times in his entire life.
Yeah, I was gonna say every couple of months we just like go get donuts. But
like, yeah, I'm trying to think like.
Did we even do one? When was the last time?
We
did one like at the beginning of October.
Yes, we did have donuts at the beginning of October. I think because he kept asking about them.
Yes.
But before that, I think
they were like Halloween.
Yes.
Sprinkles or whatever.
But still, it's like I would say we get donuts like 3 times a year on average.
And even then, we don't get like the like ultra like sugary ones. Like, I think we just.
Oh, I think the ones we get are sugary enough.
Oh, but there's more. There's worse.
But I just think he loves them.
You get the jelly ones if you really want to take it to the next level.
I just think though he loves them, like, you know, like they're just the thing that he really likes. Cause like he's like, hopefully, like when we're getting in the car, he's like, just in case anyone was wanting to know what Kingsley wants, he's like, let's go get some donuts.
Yes.
You know, I think it's just aspirationally, that's where he would always be headed.
Yes, absolutely. And to see the elephants, of course.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We could say hi to them.
They could. I still haven't gotten over the sick burn when I had a blemish on my face, and one of our children, who's young enough to be forgiven, but old enough that it burned a little bit, said that they didn't think we should go to the zoo that weekend because I might scare the elephants.
I know that really hurt.
It hurt my feelings only because I was already feeling like upset about like the thing that was happening, and then it's like I didn't think it looked that bad, but
that was pretty harsh.
It was pretty harsh. But no, that is the thing about like kids do calibrate themselves to expect whatever. You've been doing a lot, so it's like since we have the zoo membership and we've been going pretty frequently, Kingsley's always hoping that we're headed to the zoo.
Yes. We went to the Zoo Boo.
Maybe we could eat donuts on the way to the zoo.
Oh my god, that would be like the ultimate.
But we kind of went to the Zoo Boo.
Yeah, we didn't go at night.
It was like, there were pumpkins there, but we didn't trick or treat.
No.
Which, I mean, like, once again, it's like, why do we need to trick or treat here? But,
yeah.
But also, yeah, it wasn't the nighttime, so. But we went to, the really fun thing we went to was the Newfields.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was good.
Like, and we hadn't ever been to that before.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, it's the outdoor part of like the big like art museum near us, and they do like very like overpriced fun events. I mean, how would you describe it?
I mean, they do try to get you every way they can.
They do. It's like, first of all, you have to buy tickets, which are like very expensive, and then when you get there,
so shady.
They are like charging $25 a car to park, and secretly there's free parking, so it's really just to try to trick you into paying more to park in like a special slightly closer parking spot.
Yes, but like the thing is that we've been there not to the Newfields. We've been there not when a special thing is happening.
Yeah, because you can just go there when it's just a normal museum day.
And I feel like we park in the same exact spot
every time.
Every time, but like just sometimes when there's a special event, there's like people jumping out in front of you and be like, "Hey, you can park."
Well, it's just because
right here.
The way they frame it is as though that's the only option. So like you think you just have to pay.
Yeah, but I'm always like,
but
look, I have my ticket. Is this included in my ticket? And they're like, well, no, this is extra. And it's
like, but we can park you over there in the actual parking lot.
Okay, great. Just like, please, like, let me go to wherever that is.
But complaints aside, we do keep going there.
No, we've been many times for a reason.
It's a really nice place.
Yes, absolutely. It's a lot of fun.
Like,
especially with the kids.
There were so many jack-o'-lanterns, so many pumpkins, and of course we went at night, so it was like all lit up and like really cool looking. One of the areas there, they turned into like a giant mushroom sculpture garden.
That was fun.
That was really awesome. That was probably my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
They had a not very spooky haunted house that was like pretty cool inside.
Yeah, that was fun.
And it was fun. It was a little scary for Kingsley though.
I think he was more scared of the outside than the inside.
It was the music.
Mm.
I think that if there hadn't had the spooky music, because there wasn't actually anything frightening there.
Yeah.
It was just the spooky music, I think, was too eerie for him.
Yeah.
Like, he got pretty worried for a while, but, like, we made it through.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did go to the apple orchard / pumpkin patch twice.
Mm-hmm. First time for apples, second time for the... Well, we didn't really...
We actually didn't get a pumpkin, but we theoretically went for the pumpkin patch the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, it's one of these places where they've made it super fun. Like, you can pay to go into the fun playing area.
Yes.
Where there's, like, tiny little pedal tractors and, like, all kinds of weird, like, games. And, like, there's playhouses that, like, look really cool that the kids can go into. And there's, like, a not very nice llama and, like, just, like... There's a giant, like, kind of like a sandbox, except it's, like, a giant room filled with corn. Kind of like a more safe version of if you were playing in a corn silo, which you should obviously never do.
Yes, you should never do that.
But it's, like, the experience that you would have if you were playing in a corn silo, but, like, not drowning in, like, you know. Like, it's like a sandbox of corn, which the kids really loved that. And, of course, a hayride.
Yes.
A corn maze, which we didn't do this year. It was actually very cold.
Yes, it was.
It was like just tolerable temperature-wise. Like it was good, but if it had been 5 degrees colder, I feel like we would have been like not able to go on.
Kingsley really liked the hayride.
He loved the hayride. Everybody loved the hayride. I feel like people underestimate hayrides. Like before you get on the hayride, you think it's going to be like a really moderately good time. Mm-hmm. Every time I get on a hayride, it's kind of like with fireworks. Mm-hmm. When I think about fireworks, I'm usually kind of like, oh, fireworks, whatever. Every time I actually go to a fireworks show and I'm watching it, I have this, like, feeling in my heart where I'm like, I really do love fireworks. It's like the same with the hayride. Every time I get on a hayride, I'm like,
yeah, it's super fun.
I love the hayride. This is so fun. But, like, I know. Like, I always in my mind think a hayride is, like, fairly, like, mid. But, like, no, hayrides are great.
Remember when he brought the horse with him?
Yes, he borrowed a horse toy that was in the big horn sandbox and took it on the hayride with us.
We had to put it back afterwards, but
he did a good job saying bye-bye to it after it went on the hayride. And he said that the horse just wanted to come on the ride.
Okay, that's fine.
Which
that's fair.
I feel like, you know, You think like Toy Story, like the animal, like the toys have their own lives. I'm sure the horse appreciated going on that.
Absolutely, 100%. No one else probably thought to do that for them.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we really had to drag the kids away at the end though, because there are these playhouses that are like, they look like real miniature houses.
Yes.
So they're built like just small enough that an adult can get inside, but you always feel a little claustrophobic and kind of stooping.
Yes.
And there's like an upstairs and a downstairs and several rooms, and it's like just the right size for a kid to really like make themselves at home.
Yeah.
And between that and like there was a pretend horse stable and like a pretend apple orchard, like the girls were just running back and forth, like they had like a whole situation going.
Yeah. But I feel like if we'd stayed any longer too, we probably would have like.
We left at the right time.
But we did do that the same day we went trick-or-treating, so...
Yes, which, at the end of the trick-or-treating, I did feel very wiped out after having done the whole day at the farm and then the trick-or-treating, but I do think it was the right move in the sense that otherwise I feel like that day would have probably not been very fun for us, with just the anticipation of everyone being
people
like...
just bouncing off the walls at home.
Is it time to go trick-or-treating? Is it time to get in our costume?
Yeah.
So instead, just having something super fun to do all day was really like the right move.
Totally.
You said you wanted to talk about Halloween candy too.
Yeah, I didn't feel like there was a lot of variety, at least in our neighborhood.
I remember noticing that last year too, and it's disappointing because that's one thing I kind of liked about trick-or-treating as a kid was getting like the weird candy that you would never buy yourself, like the wax lips. I feel like I used to always get a couple pairs of wax lips. Do they even make those anymore?
I don't think so. Maybe somebody probably does. I don't know. I don't really see them out and about. Do you?
I've not seen a wax lip in quite some time.
Although I did think it was interesting that they've like now morphed the candy cigarettes into candy sticks.
That was maybe the weirdest thing that we got was those little fake candy cigarette things.
And they were Flintstones, which further makes me think it's candy cigarettes because the Flintstones did sell cigarettes.
Were they the original? Oh, interesting.
Like Barney Rubble in between commercials was like,
I feel like they
Winston's or whatever.
They weren't cigarette enough looking for our kids.
They looked more like joints, honestly, because they didn't.
They
have
were
a
kind of
filter.
like spindly
yeah,
and like.
Exactly.
They weren't something that our kids, I feel like, recognized as like a cigarette-like item, though.
Yeah.
Maybe if we smoked, though, then they would be like, "Oh, clearly this is a candy cigarette."
I remember having candy cigarettes and also chewing gum, chewing tobacco, like in the form of
like the big league chew.
Yeah, exactly. Do they even still make big league chew?
I don't know. I mean,
has it been taken away because
I have not looked.
Fake tobacco product? I don't know. But yeah, you're right. If we were like our parents and like we were like.
I think if you see people smoking all the time,
yeah, exactly. You'd be able to
more like look at something and think, "Oh, that looks like a cigarette." They don't see people smoking enough to like have their mind immediately jump to that.
But there's no other reason for this to exist.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like when you said, "Oh, candy cigarettes," I was like, "Yeah, I think I see what you mean." But they were kind of, you're right, like weirdly sized.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what was going on with those. That was the weirdest thing we got, probably. Yes. I think you tried something else weird that we got, which was the peanut butter and jelly Reese's. How was that?
It was okay. It wasn't terrible. I mean, it's like a regular Reese's, but it has a thin layer of strawberry something. I
think that sounds terrible.
It wasn't great.
Well, because, okay, so I don't think...
I'm glad I tried it. I will never probably want to have another.
The thing I'm having trouble getting past is where we have the peanut butter.
You don't like peanut butter, though. You're allergic.
I love peanut butter. I just can't have it.
Yes.
No, like, if I was not allergic, I totally understand the appeal of a Reese's. Like, the chocolate, the peanut butter, yes. Because, like, I make those every once... I didn't make them this year because I didn't feel like we needed more candy, but those almond butter cups, which is, like, the chocolate and the almond butter. Okay. So, like, the concept of, like, the nuts and the chocolate, like, I'm totally sold on that. The added component of the jelly, though, it just... First of all, like, do we need more? Like,
not good.
I think I like things that do less well than when things try to combine too many different flavors. And it's like, stop.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that.
Like, peanut butter and jelly, yes. Peanut butter and chocolate, yes. jelly and chocolate.
Peanut butter and jelly and chocolate.
That's just no.
It's too much.
It's way too much.
But yeah, that was different. We got one of the gummy clusters again, so it was good.
You mean like the nerd ones?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones you like, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Those are very good.
Something that I ate from one of our kids' baskets that was very good. I hadn't had a Kit Kat in years.
Oh yeah.
But the thing that enticed me to eat this was that it was I don't know if these are new or if I just haven't noticed them before. I had not seen them before. It was like a Kit Kat, but it was shaped like a vampire, like a Count. So I think it's like Count Kit Kat or something like that. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing about it. Like, you know how people are always talking about how the different shaped Reese's, like the holiday Reese's, are better because certain shapes have a better ratio of chocolate or something? Mm-hmm. And I mean, I can't speak to that because, like, as we just said, I am allergic. But I believe it's true. Like, it would make sense to me that certain shapes would, like, work out better. Yeah. The Count Kit Kat was, like, thicker than normal Kit Kat. At least as far as I remember. Like, its body was, like, shaped in, like, a different blocky way, and it was so good. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't remember Kit Kats being that good. I mean, I feel like I remembered liking them enough to, when I saw it, be enticed and be like, I will eat this. But, like, I obviously don't like Kit Kats enough to have, like, bought one in, like, the last 30 years or something. So, I was blown away by how good that was. Yeah. I'm going to pause this conversation about candy to steal some of our children's candy. Oh dear, what are you going for? I don't know, I'm going to look. I'll tell you another thing that was new this year, at least to me, was the Skittles gummies. Are they good? Yeah, they're not bad. How do they compare to, like, a sweet tart? That's a good question. Well, you know. Something I noticed about our kids this year is that they seem like they're into Sour Patch Kids, but I don't think they were before. Yeah, that does seem new. Like, I feel like before they all thought they were too sour, and this year I saw, like, at least 3 of them eating them happily. Oh, yeah. I like how even though Kingsley kept getting crowded out at the Halloween bucket when he got up there and it was finally his turn. He was just taking fish. He, like, just went in with both hands. I just felt bad because, like, the big kids wouldn't let him go in front of them. Mm-hmm. And he's so small, like, people would, like, be giving out candy and not even see him there. Yeah. I'm just saying, when it was his turn, he took full advantage. He did. But we watched our traditional Halloween movies with the children. Well, with the kids, we do have certain ones that we always watch. Like, what started with us always watching The Nightmare Before Christmas, like, maybe the day after or the Saturday after or, like, whenever, like, right after Halloween. Mm-hmm. And now it's turned into we usually watch that twice. Like, we usually watch it once at the beginning of the Halloween season because we get too excited and can't wait. And then we watch it again right after Halloween. Yeah. And then we also always watch E.T. That's the closest one before Halloween that we watch. Mm-hmm. And other ones that we always watch Curious George's Boo Festival and Room on the Broom, even though I feel like Cap is kind of outgrowing those, which makes me sad. Yeah. But the other kids like them, and he at least, like, I think hangs on for, like, nostalgia purposes. Mm-hmm. And then the kids also really like Hotel Transylvania too, although somehow between all of our streaming services, it was not available. And I finally ended up renting it because they wanted it so badly. It's so irritating. It was irritating because it's like we have, like, more streaming services than we should. And it's like, of all of these, not one of you has the movie that my kids want right now. Yeah. So we rented that. We also watched The Little Vampire, which I feel like we watched last year as well. So the kids like that one pretty well. Mm-hmm. To me, that one is not quite like, I need to see this, but, I mean, they're into it. Yeah. It's hard trying to find Halloween movies that are, like, appropriate for children that they will also like to see. Like, some Halloween movies for kids are just terrible. Mm-hmm. Like, have you seen that Halloween Town movie? What is it about? It's hard to explain. these children, it's like their mom was from Halloween Town, but then she moved away and started life as a normal person. Somehow they get sucked back in and they go to Halloween Town and it's weird. And then I don't remember why exactly they're there, but they have to like stop some kind of dastardly plot or something. It's like a whole thing. Or that Double Trouble movie with the Olsen twins.
Okay, yes, I know that.
The movie's also not good.
No.
But then there's movies that like, it's hard to find movies that are like not too scary. Because, well, especially when you have like kids that are right on that borderline age where they want to see something scarier, but they're actually terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Like a few years ago, we watched that one Mummy movie and nightmares and like it just wasn't the Mummy. It was like a Disney movie about a mummy.
Yeah.
But it was like the kids didn't take it well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't know when things are gonna hit like that though.
You really can't predict.
But
remember the time when Cap was watching Hotel Transylvania and he jumped up in the air? That
was terrible. No, it was that he got so excited in the scene where the guy enters the mosh pit that he just kind of like reenacted it, except without having any other people like hold him up, and like suddenly he just like went like parallel.
That was the worst he got hurt to that point in his life.
I mean, he slammed down his face so hard he just had like blood pouring out of his mouth. It was awful. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
But he just got so caught up in the spirit of the movie.
That was kind of the opposite problem to the Mummy. He was like into that.
Exactly. But we were pretty light on our watching this year.
Mm-hmm.
We did watch Scream, which is very important to me.
Yeah.
And we don't watch it every year. I think almost every year, but I feel like, did we maybe last year feel like we'd seen it too recently or something?
Maybe, yeah.
We didn't watch Trick or Treat.
No.
Which we usually do every year.
Yeah.
But we did the first Hostel movie and then part of the second Hostel movie, even though...
I would like to finish it.
I would like to finish it too, because I think the second Hostel movie is way better than the first one. The first one was actually worse than I remembered.
First one is not a great movie, but I will say that I feel like it works very well in tandem with the second part because it establishes... It hints at the fuller version of the, you know what I mean, the universe that they end up revealing in Hostel 2. Like, you know that this is there, but now we get to, like, see... Yes,
it's just, I feel like Hostel 2 is the much more interesting exploration of the story. But maybe Hostel 1, it was useful in setting up the story.
Yeah.
And that's good. Hostel 1 also didn't hold up in a way, too, because I feel like there was a lot of, like, weird gay panic type of jokes that were, like, acceptable at the time that movie came out, but that now just seem like very cringe.
Yeah, exactly. Did not age well in that respect.
But we were inspired to see the Hostel movies again because we watched that Eli Roth Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah. That was good. I like that movie.
Yeah, I thought that was actually really good. I mean, really good might be like a stretch, but it was good.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was about what I was hoping it would be based on my like anticipation of it.
And it was one of, along with Machete, which by Rob Rodriguez, was a trailer in Death Proof / whatever. What was that? What it was called?
Those I don't remember, but you know what I mean. The car.
Yeah.
Movies. You know, we know. I think we know.
The Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez.
Grindhouse.
There you go. The fake previews that later became real movies.
But it was so long between then and now that I had completely not thought that was happening.
Mm-hmm. I was still waiting for the deleted scene,
I know, right? No, it's like, it wasn't anything like the preview other than that it was a Thanksgiving horror movie called Thanksgiving, but it was good though.
Yeah.
What was less good was that Opus movie.
Yes, memorable at least.
I mean, I can see why John Malkovich wanted to be in it because he got to wear like fabulous flamboyant costumes and kind of like strut around pontificating.
Mm-hmm.
And the main person, like the main actress that was in it, I don't know what her name is. She was from The Bear, though. I think she's really good.
Mm-hmm.
This whole movie just didn't really do it.
No.
I mean, it was the kind of thing where without really spoiling anything because they make it so obvious, it's about someone who goes into a situation and quickly realizes that they're in a cult. But it's so heavy-handed that it's just so obvious the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And that can work in situations where the obviousness is used to build tension. But in this case, it just kind of felt boring. Like, it's like, okay, we all know what's happening now. Please move forward with the plot.
The plot follows a journalist who is now going to this reclusive pop star's home to hear their new album. But like they act like it's such a big reveal that like, oh, this is actually a cult.
But it's so obvious that it's like not
from the second
at all.
you get there, it's like, yeah, this is
But they
a cult.
spend so much time on the reveal when it's so obvious that it's just like boring. And then once they finish getting to the part where they're finally like, oh my gosh, we all know this is happening. After that, it kind of just fizzles out, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So yeah, that was not great, but at least we tried something new.
Mm-hmm. Was that it? Did we see any others?
I think that might be it. Like I said, I think we went really light this year.
Yeah.
We'll make up for it with our Christmas movie watching.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Well, just like with music, I mean, there's only so much Halloween music. There's a lot of Christmas music.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Christmas media.
Yes. Well, and we've already started our Christmas music.
Oh yeah. Which is why our children, despite all of our best efforts, have decided to believe in Santa Claus.
Yes, it's funny though because, I mean, I've never been militant about being like, there is no Santa. I've just always tried to be like honest about it and be like, you know, mommy and daddy like to pretend to be Santa Claus and create Christmas magic, and it's fun, and it's okay to like have pajamas with like Santa's face on them and like pretend about Santa and have a good time. But like still, I'm not trying to like create an illusion. But I feel like with every child, they've become like progressively more like deep into the idea that Santa is like for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like with our oldest, he's always kind of been like fairly clear. With
He's still into the idea.
He still enjoys the idea, but I don't think he's like. I think he still seems like he's pretty like clear-headed about what's actually happening, and always has, not just because he's older. But I'm saying even when he was a little kid, I feel like he was like, it's fun, but not like super attached. I feel like our 2-year-old, on the other hand, is like fully expecting Ho-Ho Santa to bring him. He calls it Ho-Ho Santa too, which I think is funny. To like bring him some presents.
Yes.
I think we partially have Bluey to blame for this.
Yeah.
Because there are some very compelling to children Christmas episodes of Bluey where I think the idea of like Santa coming is like very very heavily like the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's interesting that they're so attached to that though too, because I mean in Australia like Christmas is in the summertime.
Like it's still in December, but it's there.
Yeah, it's just it's seasonally. I mean, they're in the other hemisphere,
Mm-hmm.
so seasonally, like they're swimming and barbecuing and stuff.
That's really funny.
Yes, but yes, I think that the smaller children are very into Santa.
Mm-hmm. So Santa.
Yes.
How is your sleigh coming along? Is it full of?
It's just like that song, you know, that Making Christmas song that Jack Skellington sings.
Yes.
That's the song I play in my head while I'm like doing all the things.
You've actually gotten a pretty impressive start this year.
I'm almost done with the girls.
That's good.
And there's just a few key items that need to be locked down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm almost done, but it's like also incomplete. And then, I don't know. I think that like a personality problem I have is that I feel very uncomfortable when things are incomplete. So like I'm eager to just get it all kind of like done. But I'm also trying to pace myself and be smart because it's like I have a plan for what I'm getting everybody for the most part. And it's trying to buy those things at the times when they're on sale or like the best, you know, the best advantage, like, or like the best to buy the items together or whatever, you know, the best way to like be smart about shopping. But yeah, the girls are almost done, but the girls are so easy to shop for.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem with the girls is that it's like, it's too easy to see more things that they would like.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying really hard to like keep it locked down, but it is challenging. It is challenging when there are so many good things. And it's easier for me because I was once a little girl. So it's easier for me to look at things and be like, I would have loved to have this. Also, I mean, a lot of their key items aren't necessarily things that will like go on sale or whatever, but like as far as like some kind of like stocking stuffers and like, you know, little fillers or side items or things that I wasn't planning to buy, but then there's like a good deal on them that are tempting. There's so much more for them in that category, you know, it's like little dolls and things like that.
Totally.
With our oldest, I feel like there were a couple years where he was really hard to shop for.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't think that's the case. I think that he has like a lot of stuff that he likes. I have lots of ideas for things that he would really enjoy. The only challenge with him is that his stuff doesn't really go on sale. I mean, some of it might, but it's not like with some of the stuff for the girls that's been going on sale since September when I started shopping. Like a lot of his things are either never going to go on sale, so there's not like a lot of motivation to buy them, and eventually I just have to pull the trigger. Or they might go on sale for Black Friday or something, but then it's a risk. Because if it's actually a key thing for him, then it's like, do I want to risk this selling out? So it's a little harder to like get all that put together, even though it's like the ideas of what to get are there.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's always one kid that's hardest to shop for every year, and the hardest is definitely our toddler. Well, and some people I know are kind of the mindset where they're like, oh, they just will play with the wrapping paper or whatever anyway. It doesn't matter what you get them, and you don't have to get them as much stuff or whatever. But like, I've always been of the thought, and I think this is true. Like, I've just found this to be true, that like, I don't think you should underestimate how much kids are aware of. Like, even when they're like small babies, they will know if they got less presents than the other children in their family. Yeah. And I do think it will like emotionally hurt their feelings.
Sure.
So like, it's important to me that he like feels equally presented. But it is harder because, I mean, not only is he's our fourth child, so we sort of own a lot of the like basic items, but also, I mean, except for those few things that are like the most amazing toys, nothing really holds a toddler's attention anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you could spend hours racking your brain about the perfect thing for them, and it's like, it's still just going to be chaos. Like,
the best thing that I've gotten him in months is the little brush that looks like the brush that I use to wash dishes with.
Yes, but that's just a real dishwashing brush. You just bought a copy of our actual one.
But he hasn't stopped, but he now usually like will wash dishes in his little sink.
Well, because one of my best ideas is that I moved the play kitchen into our actual kitchen,
mm-hmm.
and now it does get played with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, he likes to go to his pretend sink, but he wants to wash with a real dishwashing brush, ideally with like some real soap on it.
And water.
Yes. They do make little toy like running water sinks.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't wanted to get one of those for Christmas though, because I feel like it will be too cold.
Yeah.
That's more of like a spring summer toy.
Yeah. Definitely.
But that would be something he would enjoy. Like, that is something like he will spend like an hour pretending to wash dishes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, with most toys, toddlers, like, when they're in the zone, they really want to do it, but like the rest of the time, it's like, I think the thing that like is helpful, if you're like someone who's like, you know, new to the game of shopping for toddlers and you're like trying to figure out what to get them, is just to accept that there's nothing that you're going to get them that's going to be like life changing. Mm-hmm. Like, finally their attention has been captivated. Mm-hmm. Like, you will stumble upon a few things that are like that, but for the most part, whatever you get them is just going to be like, maybe, you know, your life is not going to be any different because you bought this or didn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would say there's certain things he plays with a lot, but a lot of those things he plays with in very small bursts.
Definitely.
Like, every day, all day long, throughout the day, he plays with his, like, realistic plastic animals. But he plays with them for, like, a couple minutes at a time. It's not like he's just for, like, an hour sitting and arranging the animals. That might come in, like, a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I would say those are one of his top toys. But, like, still, it's not like that's going to change your life, because now they're finally going to play while you get other things done.
Right.
It's like, he fights with the dinosaurs a little bit, and then he, like, casts them aside and does something else, and then later, like, a sheep is getting inside of a car, and, like...
Mm-hmm.
He really is liking his cars more.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's specific types of cars that he likes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, it's interesting seeing what he is liking, but it's just, like, it's harder to figure out, like, what really will be the best for him. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
It's really difficult because I feel like the things he wants the most are, like, my Kindle.
You mean, like,
and
because
my computer.
you mean because you finally had to put a password on it? Because how many books did he buy in a row?
Okay, so he bought an audiobook and the Kindle version of a book about Donald Trump's attempted assassination. He also, I had to call and get those returns. He then, what was the second thing he bought? Oh yeah, he bought Frog and Toad on my Kindle. He got the Kindle version, and then
At least Frog and Toad is nice.
when I went to then when I went to cancel that, I noticed that he had pre-ordered a extremely trashy romance novel that I remember there being.
I remember there being a lock screen
for.
after that because we laughed about it because the guy on the front kind of looked like a Jude Law-ish, like.
Yes.
Yes.
If like Jude Law was a porn star.
Exactly.
But anyway, it was a really raunchy cover. Anyway, he hadn't been released yet, but
like,
he was going to charge me for it. In like
and you
a
probably
week.
would have never even known. You would have just like.
I would not have known that was going to happen.
You would have just assumed that I like bought something on Amazon or something. If you were like going through your like statements, you would never have been like, oh no.
So in a way, I'm almost glad he did the thing with Frog and Toad because that would allow
cover the crime that they committed.
Yeah. Anyway, but yes, if you can get him an exact copy of my computer.
Although it didn't really work out when you gave him that one keyboard. He destroyed it very quickly.
Well, he beat people with it.
Well, first we had to take it. Every day that he had that. So you gave him just a keyboard. That
I had an old keyboard that I wanted to use.
Which seemed like a great idea because he called it his typing and he was very excited about it. But then every day that he had it, I had to take it away eventually. Like, it's, the kind of toy that every day it would eventually have to get put away for the rest of the day because he would start beating people with it. And then I think he just, like, slammed it into things until it, like, broke. So it didn't quite work out, which is, I guess, why they make more durable things for children. Sometimes some things for children aren't that durable.
No, they're not.
But yes, he would like an exact copy of your computer and your Kindle. And maybe your headphones, too.
Maybe your headphones?
Yeah, I have to really watch my headphones because he wants to wear them so badly.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really don't want him to break them.
No. Neither do I. I paid for them.
They're really nice.
I know. They look nice.
But, that's what he really likes. He really likes drawing with ink pens and Sharpies.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if he can get one and then quickly run across the room and open up an actual book and then, like, quickly fill in a few pages.
Frantically scribble, like, run after him.
He will scribble faster as you go towards him.
And then instead of letting himself be caught, he will throw at the last moment as hard as he can. Which I never really understood that part. It's like, is he hoping to pick it up in a minute?
From the crime. I don't know.
Or just like,
I think it's like if you're not caught with the evidence, they can't like prosecute you. I don't know. Sometimes I can get him to give me things. Like if you can stay calm when he's doing that and just ask him, sometimes he'll just hand over whatever he has. I think that's only when he can like recognize that he's truly cornered.
Yes. Maybe if he still sees a way out of it, maybe he could like go grab it later.
Yes. He does like reading his books a lot.
Yes, he does like those little books.
He's entered that pocket of like, I feel like every toddler, at least every toddler that we've had goes through this where like, they'll get into like a reading phase where like, they bring you a book to read, and then they bring you another book to read. And then like you're trying, and eventually it's like, it's lovely, but then eventually you have to get up and like do other things, and they'll be like trying to pull you back down.
He's really reached that reading age.
Exactly. I mean, I think there's so many things that are exciting about it, because I mean, obviously reading the book is exciting. I think it's also like the one-on-one attention, he's like sitting on your lap. But then also I think the activity of going to get another book, I think is really fun. Like I think he enjoys the process, because he'll be like, I'm going to get another book. And then, you know, he gets up and he like dashes across the room and gets another book and comes back. Like I think he enjoys the whole thing, you know.
Speaking of little books, you've been buying advent calendars.
Yes, I'm very excited about the advent calendars. So I've not done a pre-made advent calendar for us every year. Like we've done them a couple times, like for the kids throughout the years. I've never done them for us personally, and I've never done, and I don't think we did. I don't think we did them last year. I'm trying to remember. Just once in a while we've done them. I have sometimes tried to, like, in the fantasy version of my life and who I am and what I'm capable of, my ultimate triumph, which I've tried to do before and usually kind of doesn't turn out quite as well as I want it to, is that I do like a homemade advent calendar where every day the reveal is like the fun Christmas activity that we're going to be doing. Like it's like, today we are making the gingerbread cookies, and like, I think the thing that I struggle with that though is that I think the best way to do that would actually be to like block out a few hours of time before Christmas, like before December, and plan the whole thing and fill it in and make it. I've always just kind of done that on the fly with the kids though, so it's like I'm desperately the night before being like, tomorrow we will, you know what I mean? It's like, we've had some good times with that, but there's ups and downs. But I decided that this year I really wanted to do like the pre-made advent calendars for everybody, including us, which I'm very excited about. And I did different ones for everyone, which I think I did a good job in doing ones that are really personalized to each of the people, so that everyone will not be jealous and will like what they have. But I mean, there's always a risk when you have kids and they're getting things that are different and not the same, you know. But I'm excited for, I mean, you already saw the one I got you because, well, I originally ordered your advent calendar from like a website, and then I'm just going to say
call them out.
I originally ordered your advent calendar from a website, and then originally they said it was back ordered and it would be shipping November 1st. So
Are you saying that they bore false witness?
So I decided to check on the website and see, you know, because I was like, all right, isn't this shipped?
Wow.
And then I saw the shipment date had been changed to December 2nd, and I was like, that's not going to work. First of all, because that's like too late. But also, even if that wouldn't be that, you know, it'll just be a few days too late. But what if then they end up canceling it and it's too late to even get another advent calendar? So I just ended up canceling that order, but I was able to find the same advent calendar from a different store, but I had to have you pick it up in like a store pickup order.
Yeah.
So you've already seen yours, so you can tell us all about it.
Very well. You want me to spell
Sure. I mean, yeah, you've already seen it, so you know what.
I guess who am I worried about spoiling it for, I guess. It's one of those Nido, the squishy, what would you call that? Those
like sensory,
yeah,
stress ball
kind
of things.
Yeah, gel something.
Yeah, like different, like
silicone
textured, like
yeah. But it's like a whole advent calendar of different ones, it looks like.
I mean, I'm guessing that they're all going to be kind of small, so like most of them are probably going to be fun for a few days and not like maybe long term.
Yeah, we'll see.
But still, I thought it would be fun. I was actually very tempted to get that one for a number of people, including myself and like the kids.
I like it.
Like I thought it would be a good idea, but you were the top person for that one, I think. And then for me, I'm very excited. I got one of the tiny miniature books that I collect.
Nice.
I'm very excited for that. And then I'm not going to say what the kids' ones are because, for the most part, because
they're listening.
I feel like they are listening to the walls.
Yep. They're awful quiet over there.
Yeah. So I haven't heard any thumping or bumping recently. But I did, once again, though, have the most trouble finding one for the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because they don't make that many. Most advent calendars are, by nature, made out of items that would not be, like, safe or appropriate for a 2-year-old. Because they're, like, usually, like, small little knick-knack play things, which is, of course, what he loves, but also not what is safe for him to have.
Yeah.
So most of the, and I don't like the ones that are, like, I didn't want something that was too, like, you know, something that we wouldn't actually want to have at our house.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little challenging coming up with, like, exactly the right thing. I haven't gotten his in yet, but I ordered it today, and I'm very excited about it.
But yeah, I think he's gonna have a good Christmas though.
Oh yeah, he definitely is. I think he sort of remembers last year's Christmas.
I think that's why he's gonna have a good Christmas, because he's like anticipated it, because I think he does remember.
Like, I think he remembers that he got lots of presents.
Mm-hmm.
And that we were all having a good time.
Yes.
We're eating Christmas cookies and listening to Christmas music.
Pretty ideal.
Yes. Just, like, little kids make Christmas so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Although, you know what we didn't do last year that I think that you are really going to have to do this year?
What?
Is to take them ice skating.
Ah.
I feel like particularly the girls are, like, desperate to go.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I realize we're just not very ice skatey people, but, like, I think that the fantasy of ice skating.
You knew that I was not an ice skater when you met me.
That's true.
I did not present myself in any.
So you did not. So it wasn't like in the Hallmark movie where it's like, surprisingly, we were on like a romantic ice skating date or something. No, that's fine. Like, I don't actually want to go ice skating. That's why I said that you're going to have to take the girls ice skating. Just because I feel like they want you to, like, take them and you can, like, hold their hands so they don't fall over. I mean, I think they make those, like, walkers that you can go on the ice and not fall down.
I'm sure we can figure
So, like, I feel like we'll have to go to one of those, like, pop-up ice skating arenas that always, like, pop up around here around Christmas time. And it's going to be packed.
Like at the outdoor mall.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Skate around the circle in the parking lot for like 15 minutes.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
That's alright. Do that.
But the kids definitely want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Something that I would like to do, I don't know if I'll figure it out this year or another year, but I want to go on one of those Polar Express train rides too.
Mm-hmm. And Tom Hanks can sing the Hot Chocolate song.
When Tom Hanks sings the Hot Chocolate song is the only good part of that movie. Unlike all the other people in the universe, I don't like that movie that much. But neither do you, right?
I hate that movie.
But, like, I feel like most people are very attached to that
It's
movie.
like 3 hours long, and like the animation is so weird and uncanny.
And that whole part with, like, the bum on top of the train is kind of sad and confusing.
Yeah, what is that about?
I'm sure it's supposed to be some sort of, like, weird allegory or something, but it's, like, just uncomfortable. But the part where they sing Hot Chocolate is good. If I could just watch that part and not the rest of the movie, I would be completely fulfilled. I think a lot of people watch that movie, like, on Christmas Eve and stuff. Like, that's, like, one of those, like, hardcore traditions.
Amazing.
We're definitely an elf family over here, though.
Oh, sure. I am not personally into the live action Grinch. Like
Few
some
people are.
Some
One
people,
of our children is a big fan.
Yeah, huge fan.
But I think that's like there's dozens of them.
Yeah, but
spread out across the land.
They feel very strongly about it. I think those that do.
I think it's one of those things where, like, to most people it just doesn't work, but, like,
Find
for the
it
people that
repulsive.
But for the people that it works for, something about it just hits.
Every time I go a while without seeing it, I'm like, maybe I would judge this unfairly. Actually, I should give it another chance. And then I start watching, I'm like, oh no, this is even worse than I remember.
Our child that likes that movie likes it so much that I thought about buying them a Reborn Baby Crunch.
Wow.
Which they do sell, by the way.
Please don't.
I decided against it because the good ones were very expensive.
That's the only reason.
They would have loved it, you know.
Uh,
You know they would have loved it.
Cursed. Oh, yeah, they would have, But I think it's just whatever that I don't get is what speaks to them. So
Yes, it's like something about it that
there's no accounting for taste, but
it's like someone made that movie, and as they were making
Ron Howard made that movie.
But as he was making that movie, but here's a question: like when he was making
Ron
that
Howard
movie,
has made some good movies.
Did he think it was going well?
I don't know if he stands behind that one or not. I don't know if that was his vision. Maybe
Because,
it went wrong.
Sometimes people make movies and it just, a cascade of events can occur, and what you end up with is maybe very much not what you had in mind, and you go home and you cry, but you still have to promote it. But we'll never know if that's how he felt or if he was like, yes, it's all happening. This is exactly what I hoped.
Jim Carrey did about as well as he could be expected to do, and I really don't blame him. But
he did what he could.
Just the attitude of the material and
there's an ugliness.
The look is awful, and I don't know. It does not work for me. It just feels bad.
Yeah.
I don't like the experience of watching it. But yes, it speaks to some. What's another Christmas movie that a lot of people love that you don't like?
Ooh, is there one?
I don't know.
Oh, well, Rudolph.
You don't like Rudolph?
I feel like the whole movie is pretty harsh. I mean, it's basically Rudolph's dad is you're the worst. And then...
Is that the one with the elf that wants to be the dentist?
Yes, I think it's a related cartoon. No, the whole thing, it's they're so mean to Rudolph, and then they only start being nice to him when they realize that they're having an emergency, and his special talent is useful to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the antithesis of what I've tried to teach our children about the inherent dignity of human beings.
Yeah, it's you don't have to be useful to be worthy.
Yeah, it's couldn't we have just liked Rudolph because he's cool and also a reindeer and we should just be nice to him? Do we have to only like him now that we need his nose?
Apparently.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know, the whole thing I feel is off.
Yeah, I think it's bad morals for sure.
There are some bad morals Christmas time though that I enjoy greatly, like Jingle All the Way.
But I feel that's more of a comment on society than really saying this is the way it should be,
True, but I don't necessarily think that our kids always totally understand that, but they're still liking it.
I think it's more a comment on consumerism or something.
But I feel for our kids though, they somewhat don't understand that and are just kind of caught up in the excitement of trying to get the action figure.
Yes. Exactly.
So they're not necessarily taking the right message from that movie all the time.
Yes.
Not all of them anyway. But there's a lot of Christmas movies that I like that I think if you think about them in certain ways, they're not good.
Like what?
I mean, I'm very attached to Santa Claus, and that movie's really not good.
No. Stars Tim Allen at the height of his home improvement fame.
That's enough to sink any movie.
Yes. The humor does not age well again.
No.
Also, I noticed he had several references to home improvement.
Oh yeah, no, that's. Well, I think it's just that Home Improvement was so popular when he did that movie that it was popular. I feel they almost would have been angry with him if they didn't have several references to be remember.
I saw that Home Improvement was available on streaming, and I
cannot imagine streaming that.
No, but I bet you if I went through all the seasons, I probably know more of that show than I realize.
You've probably seen more of that show.
I've probably seen at least half, if not more.
I mean, I know that I've seen a lot of that show.
Yeah.
And mostly just because it just kind of was happening.
It was on after Full House usually.
Yeah, it was one of those time slot things.
Yeah.
Where it's just the TV's on and then this is happening too.
Yes. There are 4 channels. This is what we'll be having.
And for some reason, my parents were very restrictive about what we could watch, but like for some reason they thought that show was okay.
My parents loved that show.
Yeah, like I think they thought that show was okay because they liked it.
Yes.
But why?
I don't know. Tim Allen with his grunting spoke to the...
He's just a terrible example of what like a man could be. I just mean in the sense that he's like, not just that he's like misogynistic and like poorly behaved and gross and like low class. I just feel like he's a terrible husband and father.
Mm-hmm. But I know that we probably talked about this on a previous episode, but I know you feel the same way about Chevy Chase.
Well, I think it's like the like sitcom guy or like comedy movie guy of that
like the
era.
oafish,
yeah, it's
lecherous.
It's the lecherous, like there's always this dynamic of like
I hate my wife.
I hate my wife, but also I'm desperate, but also I'm like, but also at the same time I'm also desperately trying to get my wife to have sex with me, and I don't understand why she's not into me even though I'm the worst.
I've made no effort to be appealing.
It's like I make no effort to be appealing. I constantly am like,
I don't show up to anything that's important to anybody.
The only thing stopping me from cheating on her is the fact that these other people that I keep hitting on keep turning me down.
Yeah, like if anybody ever said yes, it would be on.
But I don't understand why she's like totally not excited about me.
Yes.
But also meanwhile, it's just like, yeah, it's just like these nothing guys that are like, they're like the guy that like they think that if they just do their job, as in like whatever their employment is, then that's enough and they don't have to do like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like Tim the Two-Man Taylor. Like,
yep.
It's like he has a great job, but like he's terrible to be around. But still, I'm very attached to that Santa Claus movie.
Yes.
I mean, I think I just saw it at the right time in my life, you know.
Didn't they make a TV series out of that too?
Recently, or I mean, sometime in the last decade, I remember it was a Netflix series, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the Santa Clauses.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't feel the need to necessarily watch
No,
that.
I'm not suggesting that we should watch that necessarily.
But just the first one of that series, I feel like I do like to watch.
There's a weird thing with that elf.
That part's very uncomfortable, where he's like kind of, the elf thinks he's hitting on her.
But it's supposed to be okay because she's like hundreds of years old.
But it's
like
also gross because
like
she looks like she's like 8.
So.
And it's just like, it's weird in the sense that like, even though in the story it's like he's not hitting on her, she just thinks he is and it's okay. It's like, why does that even need to be in the movie?
No.
It's just uncomfortable, and I feel like it's uncomfortable for the children.
Yeah, they don't want to be seeing that.
It's like, why is this happening?
This isn't increasing the delight of our 5-year-old.
No.
Let's see. Yes, we can't watch Home Alone, sadly.
No, I just don't think it's right for a bunch. It's okay.
I've seen that movie enough times. It's okay.
Yeah. It is a classic.
Yes.
I don't like the second one. There's a Christmas movie I don't like.
Hmm. I think they tried to run it back the same way as before, and it wasn't
Just
like they tried to like replace the
ice shoveler guy with the bird woman.
The bird woman, and it was like.
But the bird woman, it's like, if you think about it being a bird woman, it's really gross.
Yeah, it's like, oh, no one understands me. I'm a bird woman. It's like, you're a bird woman. Like, you're covered in birds and everything that comes with that.
Also, the relationship that Kevin has with the guy in the first movie is much more appropriate, if you think about it. Because in the first movie, it's actually their neighbor. Probably that guy, like, knows his parents. And he's obviously, like, at some point in time, like, you know, kept it together enough to buy his, like, giant mansion in, like, the Chicago suburbs. Like, he probably, like, not that means he's a good person, but, like, he's maintained himself within society to some extent.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what I mean? And obviously none of the adults have called the police on him. Like, he's probably, so it's like, it's kind of appropriate that he steps in and tries to help Kevin when he does. It's like, his neighbor sees that this little boy that he's probably seen grow up is, like, in peril, and just like, here I am to help you, kind of. It's not really appropriate for the bird woman.
She's like squatting at a belfry somewhere, and he like goes to visit her with like a weird like.
Yes, like if you're squatting in a belfry, it's not really appropriate for you to befriend a child that you've never met before and invite them to visit you.
Right.
I'm just saying. But yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan of that one. I do really like Love Actually, even though I feel like that's one of those movies that if you want to, you can really pick it apart.
Yeah. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's classic.
But it's like something I saw recently where someone was like, you know, like Keira Knightley, like talking to her husband and being like, so your best friend showed up here and he had this like series of signs about how he's obsessed with me, and he just kind of silently showed me the signs. And then the guy's like, oh my God, what did you do? She's like, well, I kissed him. And the guy's like, oh. And then she's like, but have you seen the wedding video? And he's like, no. She's like, yeah, the wedding video is just a bunch of creepy, weird zoomed in shots of me.
They totally cut you out of it.
It's like, should we call the police?
Yeah,
or?
seriously. Yeah. And then there's Alan Rickman's whole thing with the.
But he's supposed to be in the wrong there.
He is. Well, he is.
Yeah. But Alan Rickman is just such a classic force.
Yes.
I mean, Alan Rickman is one of those people, like, I would see anything that they did.
Mm-hmm. Is it another Christmas movie?
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard.
No. Need to find a way to bring it in. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
But it does star Alan Rickman.
Is this your way of trying to convince me that we should watch Die Hard?
Yes. I actually want to see all of them again. The third one has Samuel Jackson and it's really good.
I like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I'm still not convinced. For me, I think, okay, here's what it is. I think that Die Hard is just a movie that happens to take place at Christmas time. Mm-hmm. To be a Christmas movie, I think that something has to have a Christmassy essence that fills you with the Christmas spirit as you're watching it.
Isn't that why Bruce Willis is in town?
But you still don't feel like you're steeped in Christmas.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel Christmassy. It actually takes place at Christmas, though. I
want to feel that, like, I'm being infused with the Christmas essence by watching it.
You know another Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Also not.
There is a Christmas tree in that movie, actually.
There is. Yes, but Tom Cruise also wears Ugg boots in that movie. Does that mean you're going to start wearing Uggs now, Rob?
Why would I do that?
I don't know, I'm just saying.
He wears a lot of different movies.
Yes, that's true. But, you know what Christmas movie I hate?
What?
Do you remember maybe 2 years ago we watched that, I don't know if it was a Hallmark or made for Netflix or what, it was a streaming Christmas movie called A Jew for Christmas?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is
that really what it was called?
I think it was.
Or are you just making it up?
No, I think it was called A Jew for Christmas, and that movie was so bad, I almost wonder if that movie has been, like, disappeared because, like, too many people, like, probably were, like, too upset by it. Like, the whole vibe of that movie was so off.
It was like a Jewish guy is learning how to be Christian, and like the Christian woman's learning how to be Jewish.
Yeah, well, okay, so I think that the setup might have been that they were going to pose as each other's significant other for the holidays or something, maybe, so that no, it was like, I think the Jewish guy, maybe he was with someone else, but he needed to convince their family that he knew how to, like, I think it was all about he's going to visit his girlfriend's family for Christmas or something, and somehow he wants to fit in with them by, like, posing as not Jewish / getting along with the Christmas traditions. So then this other woman is going to like teach him about how to celebrate Christmas.
Mm.
And then I think for some reason that I don't understand or remember exactly, he is also going to vaguely teach her about Hanukkah or something.
Oh.
But I mean, the whole premise is just, I mean, it's so awful. I mean, do I need to say how awful it is? Like, it's so awful. I mean, it's like, first of all, it's like...
Hey, you remembered it.
I think that if you have grown up, if you live in America, and you've never celebrated Christmas before, but you wanted to pretend to celebrate Christmas for some bizarre, convoluted reason, I don't think you would need anyone to give you lessons. I feel like it's culturally there enough that you can kind of just step right. You know what I mean? Like, do we need a movie about a woman teaching someone how to, like, get a Christmas tree and, like, enjoy, like, building a gingerbread house?
This was, like, a full-length movie, too.
Yeah, just, okay, like, first of all, it's just, like, it doesn't even make sense, like, that this person would need this kind of help, but also it seems really offensive.
Yes.
I mean, it's offensive on so many levels.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, it's like implying that this like magical Christmasness is like missing from this Jewish man's life, which is like already very like problematic. But also that he's like so like not cognizant of like reality that he wouldn't be able to figure out how to like decorate a Christmas tree without help or like listen to Christmas carols. But also that it's not okay, that maybe he just wouldn't want to because he has his own thing going on, like maybe just being a Jewish person and just doing other things. Yeah. Like just there are so many layers of what was wrong with this movie.
I agree.
Now I kind of want to search for that though, because I am curious to know if it's like still streaming or if it's been like taken away. Because like I was offended by this movie and like I'm not a Jewish person. I'm just a human being.
You were just mad.
So, like, I feel like there are probably some, like, angry other humans and or also other humans who are also Jewish that may have, like, actually complained in a way where I wouldn't be surprised if this movie has been, like, canceled.
Yes.
Because it was so bad, but also, like, how did this movie get made? Like, who greenlit this? Who, like, filmed the entire thing and edited it and put it together and then, like, loaded it onto the internet?
It's probably hard to think of new ideas for these, like...
We have seen some pretty bizarre Christmas movies. Remember that one where the woman is trapped inside the snow globe?
Yes.
But she's not there all the time. Is it that every time she, like, goes to sleep or passes out or something, she wakes up in the snow globe?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was super weird.
So, yes, I admit it's hard to think of good ideas, but...
There's only so many variations of big city reporter goes back to small town, meets the food truck
the small
arbitrator.
Town people that teach her the joy of Christmas can still be alive.
Yes, exactly.
No, I get it. It's hard to come up with ideas, but like still, it's like sometimes there's an idea that's so bad that gets made that you just look at it and you think, was there no one in your life that could tell you to stop?
Yeah. Do you
like,
not have any friends?
When you presented this idea, was there no one that was like, well...
They made their dreams reality, though.
Were there no Jewish people working on this film?
Well, I think that's the real question. Was there any Jewish people involved? Like, or even, like, got wind of this before?
But were like, guys, this feels a little off.
Although, I don't know, there's like all sorts of, like, alternative, like, streaming services and channels out there that, like, are just producing content left and right, and I just have no concept of.
Remember when we saw the ad for, like, season 17 of, like, something in the Heartland or something like that? It was some sort of a apparently very long-running series that we didn't know about, but then we saw that
it's on some niche fundamentalist Christian streaming service or something that was, like, through Amazon Prime or something. I don't know.
I recently found out that Kirk Cameron, I don't know if it's still going or if it didn't work out or whatever, but he had his own children's television show on one of those niche Christian streaming services.
Wow. Yeah.
And, like, it looked real bad, as you might imagine.
Sure. I'm sure it was.
It looked exactly as you would be imagining it. If you were imagining it. It's everything you always thought it could be.
Remember William at Kirkland?
Yes. That was intense.
And we went to his marriage. What was that called?
Was it like lighting something on fire?
Something like that.
Well, because it was. I mean, let us explain that we didn't go to this just because we wanted marriage help. So you were covering it for like a.
I was working at the paper in Kokomo, and he was doing a marriage, lighting your marriage on fire.
I think it was related to that Fireproof movie.
Oh, yes. So he had a movie called Fireproof where he played a firefighter
who has to like rehabilitate his marriage and then make it.
Doesn't he like break his computer because he can't stop looking at porn?
Yes, that was one of the dramatic scenes.
I remember that.
But still, I think the idea was that he then spun that into like giving seminars on how you could enhance your marriage.
So we went to that because I got passes, like press passes for.
Yeah, I know that was fun though. That was not terrible.
No, I didn't think he gave like bad advice.
No, well,
for the most part.
A lot of his advice was like pretty generic, but I did feel like it was mostly very solid advice.
I remember that he was like, you have to get like a PhD in your wife.
Yeah, like that's very solid advice.
You should be taking interest in your partner. Yes, definitely.
I think the general overarching advice of that was like probably the main advice I think was probably helpful and positive in the general sense of like really get to know your partner and constantly put an effort into being with them. Mm-hmm. I think that's good advice.
Yes.
I think that he put on a good show too. Like he definitely, like, some celebrities when they're selling things, it's like, here I am. I like, like I think he had like he like bounced onto the stage. He was energetic. He seemed enthusiastic. He was able to seem passionate about what he was saying. So I mean I appreciate that. Anytime I go to see someone, I want them to like put in the effort for their audience and show up for them. So I thought that was good. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I had paid to go to the seminar, I feel like I would have wanted them to be like giving me more information for what I paid for and less trying to sell me additional products.
But I think, as you pointed out, that's more the culture of that type of Christianity, is that like business.
It's the business hustle, prosperity culture, but it's very much like, I feel like it's like you've already paid to go to this conference, but now they're trying to sell you the CD and like the specially annotated Bible and the workshop courses. And then there's a weird pause in the middle for like this other person to get up and give you this like sales pitch about this unrelated like product. So I felt like there was a lot of that where it was like if I had paid to be there, I would have felt a little bit kind of like with like the parking at the museum.
Yes.
Where it's like, I bought my ticket, please don't try to at the door trick me into like spending a lot more money on like these like random related products because you make it somehow seem like I need them or something.
Yes.
But still, no, I thought that was not bad.
What was the show that he was on?
It was something that I never watched. Was it like Growing Pains or Family Ties or...
One of those was Michael J. Fox, though.
Yeah, I don't know which one Kirk Cameron was in.
And also Jason Bateman, I think, was on the show in that time period, too. But anyway.
But yeah, I don't know what show Kirk Cameron was on. It was something like slightly before my time, maybe.
Yeah.
Of course, we all know Candace Cameron.
Wow. Full House.
Yeah. But yeah, see, it's like, I always knew who she was growing up. I didn't actually even know who Kirk Cameron was until I was like an adult. Mm-hmm. So I think for a lot of people, she was always his sister. But in my mind, when I discovered him, I thought that, oh, he's her brother. You know what I mean?
Jodie Sweetin, my first celebrity crush.
I'm not sure what she's up to these days. I think she maybe had a like period of time where she was kind of unwell. Maybe she's coming back.
I didn't follow her career after I was no longer watching Full House, but yes. Anyway, maybe enough about Kirk Cameron.
Yes, no, it's really taking us on a journey.
Yes, but what else about Christmas?
Let's see, we talked about the Christmas shopping a little bit, and we didn't talk about how excited we are to be getting another tree this year, I think.
Yeah. Since we have an upstairs and a downstairs, I think we're going to try to do
upstairs tree, downstairs tree.
Yep.
We need to put up the trees soon.
We do.
Ever since daylight savings, kind of darkened the nights. And
waiting for the, yeah.
Well, it's noticeable at night.
Yeah.
When it does feel kind of dark in the house, and I think the tree would really illuminate things a little bit better.
That's why it's hard to take it down in the first start of the year.
I know, but we have to.
I know. It's bad.
But the sooner we get it up, the longer we can enjoy it before it starts becoming inappropriate. It is going to be hard to keep ornaments on.
Yes.
I remember last year thinking, oh, next year it'll be easier, but now I just, with the rough throwing of things that happens around the house, I don't think we're quite over the hump of that.
Grabbing and throwing.
Yeah. But that's okay. We can just put some lights on.
Yeah.
Put all the ornaments at the top.
Yes. Pile them on the top branches.
Exactly.
Obviously, we can't leave a bunch of wrapped presents under the tree.
No, there's no way. Like, how do people do that?
I don't know.
I actually want someone to actually tell me. Like, not, okay, I'm like, here's my caveat. It can't be because you've, slapped your kids with a ruler or something every time they, tried to touch the presents. It has to be someone who is, non-violently dissuaded their small children from, unwrapping the presents. Like, how do you do that? Because I don't know how that could possibly be possible. Do
some people just wrap empty boxes?
Maybe for the looks, but I think a lot of people put presents under the tree in advance, don't they? It's a thing. Dude, your parents did that, right?
Well, okay.
The presents that were from them?
Okay, well, they put out, as I remember, it was more presents from, relatives.
Yes, my parents would do that, when, my grandma and, my aunts and stuff would send presents.
And usually, if we went to my dad's parents for Thanksgiving, they would, take us to the store and let us pick out what they would give us. So it wasn't there was no point in you know what I mean?
So then they would just wrap that and you take it home. And,
yes.
Okay.
Which was nice. So it was fine. But
but you feel because you knew what it was, you didn't.
I wasn't trying to find anything
you
out.
Trying to
really
lift the wrapping. Slightly.
The presents from Santa, quote unquote, / my parents were mostly brought out on Christmas.
But did your parents give you presents that were from them? Separate from the presents from Santa?
I think that may have shifted over time just as we got older.
Sure. I think some people in some families, I think Santa brings one thing and the other things are from the parents, and those parent gifts sometimes go under the tree in advance.
Yes. Well, Santa definitely brought everything in the stocking, I think. Mm-hmm. And I think Santa definitely brought some things that were peripheral to the main presents, but I feel as I got older, it was just from my parents, probably.
Yeah.
Probably after the Santa illusion.
Sure.
Well, or whatever.
Okay, here's an example of what I'm talking about. In Jingle All the Way.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger tries to steal the Turbo Man?
Yes.
But it's he's able to do that because Turbo Man is been wrapped under the tree for weeks or whatever at the SB, except for months. He's been safely under the tree. So I'm saying that guy bought the Turbo Man, wrapped it, and put it on the tree, and it's just been chilling there.
Yeah.
For however long.
Mm-hmm.
But I think some families do that. All the presents from the parents are just there.
Yeah.
And then Santa just brings whatever, Santa brings one thing or something.
I love all of our children, but I don't trust them.
You don't trust them?
I don't not to leave a wrapped, expensive, nice present under the tree.
It's not because they're bad. It's
I'm not saying they're bad. I just don't think they could do it. They're just
they're naturally curious and vibrant individuals.
Yes. It's not even an insult. I'm just saying I just don't think it could happen. They couldn't do it, and
it would be hard for them. It would be cruel to try to ask that of them. I think a parenting thing is that you should stretch your children to grow in positive ways, but I don't think that you should ask more of them than they're capable of and then get mad at them for not doing it.
No, not at all.
But that's why I'm not going to be like, all right now, guys, don't touch these kids or whatever.
Exactly.
I do need to start wrapping soon before people start to break into the gift closet.
Yeah. You like our bear here?
Yes. He said he's going to ask Santa for some new bear pajamas, which I thought was a good idea.
Maybe because his current ones are cropped up and shorts.
But he loves bears so much.
Yes. I think the fact that we saw them holding hands and play fighting in the water in front of the window at the zoo probably influenced that.
I've been going to that zoo for my entire life, and those bears have never done anything interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one time, we go at the right moment, and there they were, like right there beside the glass, holding hands and fighting. It was the most.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most exciting.
Yeah.
I hate to tell him that's probably never going to happen again, but it was very exciting.
I think it was like a once in a lifetime opportunity, I think.
Maybe if you just sat in front of the bear enclosure, maybe they do that like once a day for 5 minutes or something.
We just never happened to be there the 5 minutes during the day when they do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, they probably do it more often.
I mean, there are a lot of animals at the zoo that are kind of underwhelming in the sense that they don't do anything, like the alligators. And like, I feel like the big cats are never doing anything.
Cheetahs are always sleeping under the tree.
The tiger is never doing anything.
No.
Sometimes it's not there. Other times it's just like holding its breath.
And then sometimes there's a lion that wants to murder everyone.
Yeah, there was that one time that the lion was doing too much, and like I feel like the kids started to cry.
But I felt like that.
I felt that like the toxic masculinity was like radiating out from it.
It's like all that's separating me from you is this little piece of glass.
Exactly. No, that was intense, but I am looking forward to going to the zoo once they put all the Christmas lights up. That'll be fun.
Yes. And then last year we went to the one at the fairgrounds.
Accidentally, right?
Yes.
Like we were trying to go to something else, and then the thing we were going to ended up getting canceled because it was too cold, and then it was one of those emergencies where the kids are like disappointed and everyone's crying, and then you like make an emergency decision to do something else fun.
Yes.
So you pay like $1 million to drive through like the Christmas.
That's the time. Yeah, we had to go to the gingerbread house of shame, didn't we?
Well, because we hadn't bought our tickets online.
I think most people bought their tickets in advance, probably for less money than I did too. But
we had to go to. Was it like the cash only gingerbread house, or like what was like the deal?
I don't know. It was like, we can't run your car here. You must pull over to this like sad gingerbread house and you have to like scan your like ID or whatever. I don't know. Like, but anyway, it was fine.
It was fine. No, it was fine. It wasn't like it was not better than things that I've done for cheaper, but
no.
It was okay though. It managed to save the situation where everyone was like wailing in despair.
Wasn't as bad as that one thing we drove all the way out to the country to that one time?
Yes, when we drove out to the country for the Christmas light display, and it was like abysmal.
It's called Christmas with the capital C.
Well, I feel like it was in the middle of nowhere, and there really wasn't much to see. And
there's like 5 strands of lights in front of somebody's trailer, and they'd like tune the radio to like music to like.
Exactly.
You could like sit there and watch it happen to you.
Yes.
But people were like so excited.
People were very excited about that. Sometimes though, it's like sometimes people get excited about things, and it's like I totally understand what's happening here. Other times it's just like I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, this was like in the middle of nowhere, so maybe like there wasn't much else.
Yes, I mean, and if you lived like next door to them or something, you might have been excited.
Yeah, sure.
Something we will not be doing this year, which we've never done, is the Elf on the Shelf. We could be continuing our saga of not doing it.
Every year for the rest of however many years.
But I'm going to not do it harder than ever this year.
Oh, yeah, no. Never.
Even though elves are delightful.
Yes.
I do think that buying them the little clothes and dressing them up and setting them into the scenes would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of downsides, though.
I just don't like how it's like it's supposed to be this tradition, but I don't remember this being a thing until
it was invented after our time.
Yeah.
It definitely did not exist when we were kids.
But I feel like people growing up today just think this is
yes.
Family, like
it's been around now probably for like 20 years or something.
I guess I mean to them it probably has been around
more than 10 years
at least. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
it wasn't a thing when I was a kid.
No, it did not exist. We were fine.
Yeah, we made it.
I am excited this year. I'm going to read the kids A Christmas Carol.
Nice.
Hopefully they like it.
Yeah.
It's a little severe.
Yeah.
So hopefully they have a good time with it.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a children's novelized version of it, although it's very similar to the original.
Mm.
It's just illustrated with pictures of like woodland animals and stuff.
Oh, cool.
So I think it will be fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I always try to plan some kind of a special like Christmas like thing that we're going to read and like various like school stuff like around like on theme, you know.
You did several Charles Dickens things like that.
Well, I'm having our 5th grader read through. It's a children's book of like summarized Dickens stories, and I'm having him read through that so that he has like a base knowledge of all of them. Mm-hmm. Also in preparation for, I'm gonna do the Christmas Carol out loud, but then also I'm planning to have him read Oliver Twist either this year or maybe next year, depending on how it seems like it's going. Mm. But so I wanted him to have that that base knowledge to build off of, so I think he'll be able to understand it more if he already knows the story. He can follow it better. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yes, because we've been doing sort of a vaguely Victorian themed general. Yeah. Well, I guess we have 2 kind of main themes going, kind of Victorian and kind of also the ocean relatedly. But
the Titanic combines them both.
Exactly. And we're totally gonna get there. So. Yep. I mean, I already made him read that History Smashers Titanic book.
Yeah.
I think he liked it okay.
Yeah.
But the Titanic is a hard one to teach kids about because I feel like some kids get super excited about it, but also it's very tragic.
Super tragic.
Yeah. But we're reading all of the American Girl doll Samantha books, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Although technically I think she's Edwardian.
Wow.
But the Victorian sensibility is still there.
Edwardian came after Victorian?
Mm-hmm. But I think that, it's... The vibe is right. Mm-hmm. But let's see. Last year we did Winter Frost. That was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. Maybe the year before that we did There's No Wardrobe. Mm-hmm. I'll probably do that one again next year.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if... That's the thing with kids is that you think you've done something, but then half of them won't remember it. I guarantee you Lilac doesn't remember it at all. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Emerald probably remembers it, but not that well.
Yes.
So probably next year I'll do it when both of them can remember that it has happened.
Yes. That's okay. Alex's a very eager student.
She's the most eager student. She gets really mad sometimes on the weekend. She'll be like, "You forgot to do school for several days."
I heard her say that the other day because you hadn't done. Because I think you probably had taken off while I was going on my trip.
We took a few days off for the week leading up to Halloween, and you were working and stuff. But no, she's a very eager student. But then sometimes she gets caught up in playing, and I want to just let her play. But then she's like, "We didn't do my lessons today." I am excited for her to start reading.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be, a journey though. Who knows? I feel like you can't get too impatient when you're teaching people to read.
No.
It's a lot of foundational phonics work to do.
Yes.
But I always I think for Christmas stuff though, the Christmas books is something I always look forward to.
Definitely.
I have to be very strict with myself about how many new Christmas books to buy every year though, because I always see so many good ones.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
I mean, this year I bought that novelization of the Christmas Carol with like the woodland animals, and I got a board book, and I got another picture book. The picture book is super cute. We got this picture book from the library last year. It's like How Does Santa Get Through the Chimney? And it's just basically like all like funny like speculations of like how Santa goes down the chimney and how he gets into your house, and like then also kind of like what he does in various scenarios. But it's like the illustrations are like really good.
Nice.
And we have lots of like flap books and song books and things, but it's just I'm always finding more that I would like to get. It's really challenging.
Yeah.
It's upsetting too because sometimes I usually try to buy books like when I'm buying new books. I usually try to buy them when there's some kind of a deal where there's like buy 2 get 1 free or like something like that. But sometimes the new books aren't like available when those deals are happening, and it's upsetting. But still, I'm very excited to get out our book collection, and also for like the Christmas school like reading. The kids have requested to learn more about St. Nicholas this year, so I need to like look into that a little
Back
bit.
to Santa.
Yes. Everyone has brought it up several times. She's not forgotten.
No.
So
She never forgets.
no. But so we probably do need to make that happen. I have always thought it would be fun to celebrate St. Nicholas Day. You know how some people do that?
When is that?
I think it might be the 5th.
Oh.
I think you put your shoes out, and then your shoes are filled with little treats.
Oh.
Which potentially is kind of gross. But it's a cute idea.
Yes.
Although I don't know if maybe you do that instead of getting a stocking on the actual Christmas, or how it's supposed to work. Or if it's just like an additional, like the trunk or treat of like, I mean, not really.
You're not making this sound very appealing.
Not really, because obviously it's I think a lot of people that do it, it's more of like a religious, like it's like more like focused on St. Nicholas.
Shoe treats, you say?
Yes. Well, I mean, similar to a sock, except it's your shoe.
You don't wear your stocking, wear the stocking.
But I think that maybe it started with like a wooden clog or something. But still, the idea is that St. Nicholas, you see what I'm saying. It's a nice idea.
It is.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something my family ever did.
Isn't that like Catholic or something?
I think a lot of people that do that are Catholic, or just people that are like whatever type of Christianity is like very into saints.
Orthodox something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost surprised more Episcopalians don't do it because you have saints.
I don't think they make as big a deal out of them.
They're not quite as like vibrantly living.
I mean, they're there, but I don't think you're supposed to like pray to them or anything.
Yeah, I think it is mostly maybe more Catholic, or people that are like from I think certain countries. Maybe it's like more of a thing, like Scandinavian or something.
Oh yeah, sure. Was there anything else about Christmas, or I mean, I guess anything else? We didn't really talk about Thanksgiving too much.
We can talk about Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not that we aren't looking forward to it.
I just feel like we've said everything there is to say about it in previous
exactly like
times.
Part of what we're looking forward to about Thanksgiving is just that we're going to re-experience all the things we like about it. That
Just run back everything I like.
Yeah, like I feel like with Christmas, even though I think we're in like a good groove as far as like we kind of know what we like to do, we're still like adjusting and adding traditions and figuring things out, and like there's like more moving parts and pieces. Thanksgiving is pretty much just like it's happening, you know.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
But I am excited for it, and hopefully the kids will like the foods.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Lilac was trying to tell me that she doesn't like potatoes or something the other day, but I'm not sure what she was basing that on. It's like we don't even make potatoes very much at home. Kingsley likes potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
He likes them very much, actually.
Yeah, he does.
Ooh, that reminds me, we should make gnocchi.
Mm-hmm. I like gnocchi.
It's really good. It's kind of time consuming to make, but.
Is that why we haven't done it more?
Yes. I mean, you can buy it pre-made.
Do you not like it pre-made?
Sure. It's just, I generally like to make them myself if I can.
My husband.
Exactly.
I grew the potatoes.
I saw someone in the spirit of that making the Rice Krispie treats where they crisped their own rice before they made them into the treats.
How did they even do that?
That part I was confused by because, okay, It seemed like they cooked the rice partially, like maybe for 5 minutes, and then they put it into like a very hot oven on like a sheet pan. And I'm unclear in how that turned it into like, I don't know if it looked, I mean, they didn't seem like they broke their teeth when they bit into the thing that they made, so I assume it somehow was like a success, but
Right.
I had a lot of questions.
Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of questions.
But no, I don't think there's really much to say about Thanksgiving other than that we acknowledge that it is happening and are looking forward to it.
And you
Even though it's,
turkey soon?
yes, I think it's actually time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though it's a very problematic holiday, I think that we enjoy the like eating and the being togetherness of it.
Eat us.
I just think that the good smell is filling the house.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to that.
Oh, cranberry sauce,
Yep.
pumpkin, turkey, all the things.
Crescent rolls. For me.
One of these days, one of these years, one of these lifetimes,
Maybe the next lifetime.
I'm going to figure out how to make a crescent roll, and it will be better than
My
the crescent
husband.
rolls. It will be better than the crescent rolls.
My husband wanted crescent rolls.
They would be better. If I knew how to make them, they would be better than those.
It might be better, but it might not be.
They wouldn't be the same because they would be so good that you would forget about the other ones.
This is like when you got so offended that I liked the Starbucks pre-made frappuccino.
You mean when I worked at Starbucks and could get you any drink that you wanted, and you would always just ask me for those bottled frappuccinos?
Those are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in that situation today, I'd probably go more for a mocha.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hadn't really discovered that. But I still like those.
All I really need is just all the equipment. Like the
Can you say your fantasy is to like go into a deserted Starbucks?
No, every time I go into a Starbucks, I have the impulse to go behind the counter and just like make the drinks myself.
Because you know exactly how you want it to be.
I know how I want it to be, and also I'm the kind of person that doesn't really trust anyone else, so like I always know that I could make it better than anyone else is going to make it for me.
Mm. They should have like a Starbucks premium where you can do that.
Where you can just
Kind of
go
like when
and
you
do
go to
it.
the zoo and you feed the giraffes.
Would this be like you go to Starbucks and you're allowed to just go and make your
You
own?
can like pay $45 more and you can have like your own custom, like just go crazy, like do what you want.
I feel like that would be so hard to do. Like they would have to have like an employee would have to like shadow you to make sure you didn't like hurt yourself while you were like making the drinks.
I don't know. I feel like this could be a real money maker for you.
I just want the like industrial grade like
Sure.
machines and everything and all the ingredients, so I
Yeah.
can just make the things that I want to make.
See, the thing is, I think if you like good coffee, it's not actually cheaper to make coffee yourself because
It's not.
you will probably end up spending more because you'll want to get all the best ingredients and all the nicest equipment,
Yes.
and things will break. You know what I mean? Like, it will not actually. It's one of those things you can do it at a slight loss or whatever.
I've looked into it and I think the machine that I want is like $500.
I
at
guess,
least.
of course.
Not to mention the beans and all the things.
Is this like the milk steamer or whatever it is?
Yeah, like just like the thing that pulls the espresso shots and
Nice.
you know. So yeah, it's not really a money saving, but I think a lot of people that have like thoughts about how to save money, a lot of it does involve just compromising your quality of life.
That's true.
It's like you can definitely save money by buying like the store brand pre-ground coffee and brewing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But is that how you want to be living?
You're exquisite. You have exquisite taste.
Thank you. That's where our daughters get it from.
I noticed.
It's a lot of high ticket item making their way into the Christmas list.
They're not the type of people that you could just go into the dollar store and spend $50 and call it a day.
Yeah.
They will always know.
But, I mean, as you like to say, you know, they won't be easily led astray by somebody offering them the bare minimum.
That's true. I'm not ready to buy, like, the $100,000 Sweet 16, car.
No, I mean, there's a limit. There's a limit, of course.
Good Charlotte will not be playing their Super Sweet 16.
No, obviously there are limitations. But I do think it's good for kids to feel like they have something, you know.
Yes, you definitely don't want it to be the case that the first person that ever shows them any kind of attention is like the person that they get on the back of their motorcycle or whatever.
Yeah, and you don't want them to like think that somebody's rich because they can like afford to take them to the Waffle House once a week or something.
Seriously.
You know. Bless you.
Thank you.
But Splendors of Autumn wise, I do feel like this fall is like weather-wise like the most autumnal, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves are still on the trees. Sometimes you get to October and the leaves are already gone, and that feels a little sad.
Yeah, it's still tolerable to walk outside. It was actually nice today.
A lot of like, it's like good like boot and sweater weather.
Mm-hmm.
Cracking through the fall leaves.
With a coffee in your hand.
Ideally.
And a scarf.
Yes.
Thank you for being on the Rob Burgess Show.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm sure I'll be back sometime.
I'll be with you.
Your honor must win.